everybody, and welcome back to my channel for another episode of the Not So Berry Challenge. So today, so what happened in the last part is we had to move our apartments. A lot of stuff happened. So she moved out of her parents' house, and then I just kind of got her introduced to the home, and then I was playing a little bit, and a lot of stuff happened. So basically, her dad died, her mom died. Well, okay, dad died. She had to leave her apartment because it was glitched. So I had to move her into a different TLC apartment. And then Lavender died, so mom died. So then both of her younger siblings were still teenagers, so she ended up having to get custody of her two younger siblings, Jake and Casey. Jake ended up aging up like that day, and we moved him out. But so we are living with Casey now, and she's been here for a while now. It's also Winterfest, in case you care, but, our dear Blossom here has a lot of, lovers, as you can see. She has four of them that are, like, consistent, always coming over, while, like, she obviously hasn't seen him since, like, high school. Things are, like, it's basically non-existent. And then this is the girl that she kind of has, like, a new interest in. She is not in a relationship with any of them. They are all just friends with benefits. And that's it. And he's our landlord. We're having an affair with our landlord. Don't know if I said that already, but he's also our neighbor in this house. He lives here with his wife and their daughter. So we're a homewrecker, basically. And then, like, Caleb was kind of, like, unexpected, but it happened. And I feel like it's a little strange, because Caleb was our dad's best friend. He knew us when we were a baby, so it's kind of a little strange, but when you're an immortal vampire, I don't think that something as simple as, oh, I knew you when you were a kid, would deter him from doing things, because he's like, he gives a he's like, I'm gonna live forever, doesn't matter, and then Brad, obviously, was our neighbor, but he's not our neighbor anymore, unfortunately, and then Lexi is our newer lover, but I did make her pansexual. She is from the LGBTQ one. She's out of the closet and she's pansexual. I just figured that would be the best option. But Casey has a boyfriend as well. His name is Soda. Soda? Sada? I'm not sure. But he's our boyfriend. We're just sweethearts, things like, yeah. She had gone to the romance festival, and they, obviously, the heat of the moment stuff, they ended up dating, and, and for those of you who do not know, the romance festival happens down here in this area. It's in this neighborhood. So she brought him upstairs, and they, and she's pregnant now. Because I do have the option for MC Command Center for teen pregnancy, because I feel like it's more realistic, it adds more drama. I forgot I had it activated, and obviously messing around counts as woohoo for the teens, because it does. But when I thought about it, I was like, it kind of makes sense, because, like, she was only, like, 13. She's very young. She's only, like, 14. She's very young, and so, like, her parents never really had the talk with her before they died. And then Blossom isn't exactly, as much as I love Blossom, she's not the best role model when it comes to romance and being safe. Like, she is safe. She uses protection. But, like, obviously she hadn't talked to her sister about it. And her sister is always seeing Blossom with all these different guys and girls every once in a while, So, she didn't have the best influence or whatnot. And Blossom didn't even think about talking about it with her sister because, So, she's pregnant. And this happened a while ago. I do have the pregnancy paused right now. You can do that with MC Command Center because at this point, she would have had the baby if I had not paused it. She's hiding it. Nobody knows that she's pregnant except for Soda, her boyfriend. He knows. But she has yet to tell her sister. She's hiding it. She doesn't want to tell. She doesn't want to tell because they don't have room for a baby. They do not. And she's not ready. She's only like 15. She's very, very young. She is not aging either because she's pregnant, and you don't age when you're pregnant for some stupid reason. You can age while pregnant with an MC Command Center option. But I just hadn't activated it yet. So she's been pregnant for about 5 days. So she's more like 29 days. So she ages up. I'll age her up physically. I'll keep track of it. But she's hiding it as best as she can. And does not want to tell anybody. Yeah, that's great. Things are looking fantastic on this edge of the town. This edge of the river. I don't know what I'm saying. But for some reason, like, all these people have, like, she doesn't really have friendly interactions with them. She only ever, like, does the romantic stuff. So it's like, Alecky, she doesn't really have much of a friendship with. And, like, Caleb's okay, and same with Lexi. But, like, Brad is, like, all the way. And they're perceived as soulmates because that's one thing about it. Is, like, if you have, like, a high romance and a high friendly, that's considered soulmates. But it's, like... And one thing that I really am upset about, that I miss, is, Brad, when we were neighbors with him, he would always, like, every single day, he would come over in his towel and nothing else, saying that his hot water was shut off, or her water was shut off, and it's like, you're not slick, sir. You're not. Oh, and also another thing is she graduated college, so she graduated. Yeah, it's right here. Diploma. Forgot to hang it up. I forgot that it was there. And I love the graduation photos. It's so cute. Yeah, so she graduated, and she's level 7 of the boss track, of the, obviously, the criminal career. She only works Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. So that kind of sucks that she only works so much, but it's not like we need money. Rachel, before the criminal career, I don't know why that's still there. Get into 5 fights. She has gone into a fight. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. She's just, I don't know. She's really scared. And I mean, obviously, like, she's pregnant, and she's super young. She's still in school. She's a D student. Like, she was not really caring about school. She was kind of going just through, like, what does it matter? She was very depressed with the loss of her parents, naturally. And so she was not doing very good in school. And Blossom, absolutely no, like, hate on her. But, she's not the best parent in the world, and she's very immature. She still hasn't grown up herself, so her being a parent is not very good. So she didn't even really bother even seeing if she was doing her homework, if she was being a good student, she just didn't care, which is really sad, but unfortunately that's what happened. And she was, like, close to failing. She's a D student. Then she found out she's pregnant, and she's like, I have to step up. If I want to give this baby a good life, I have to be an adult, She's going through a mean streak right now. She's just obviously not. She's not doing too good, and I don't blame her for being upset or anything like that. I don't know why it says I have bills when I don't. Oh, because that's not my mailbox. That would be why. And, like, she's not very close to her, like, her brother at all. Like, she has, like, no relationship with her brother. So we're just gonna text him, though. Like, oh, Merry Christmas. She's a lot closer to G. She's actually really close to Blossom. Interesting. And they do live together, but it's just kind of strange because they don't really talk. They don't, like, hate each other by any means. It's just that they don't really hang out. She's close to Jake, and so she's actually telling him now that she's pregnant. Oh, you can do makeup homework? That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Alright, I'm going to unpause her pregnancy. I do know what she's having because it does tell you. I'm not going to say what it is, but, oh god. I don't know, it's just like super easy to talk to him for her. She does not want to make things steady, but I think out of the ones that she does have, he's her favorite. Just because it is 100% effortless and he enjoys her craziness. Hi. So there's this thing called Threaten. Obviously it's for the criminal career. I want to see what it looks like. I've actually saw this already, but I want... This poor guy. I saw this once. Discuss evil plans. He looks so cute. I hate being mean. I'm not a mean person. I hate this. He's evil too. There we go. See, Brad just doesn't. He likes her. She's feisty. See, he totally cheered her on. He was like, "Hell yeah, babe." Grudging after a fight, Blossom and I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong, have some unfinished business. This conflict is unresolved and tensions are high, at least from Blossom's perspective. Want to fight again? I wonder if fighting again would count, because it just says 5 fights. Would that one count as another fight? Okay, that's what counts. Can I just fight him continuously? No, he disappeared. Okay. Look at him. He's so excited that she won. He's like, that's my girl. I love that. That's really funny. And now, of course, adrenaline is high. Is there anywhere to woohoo? I hope not. This is a kid's park, but, anywhere. We could go to the, what is this? The gym. Is there a closet at the gym? I don't know. I'm trying to find somewhere for them to woohoo, but I don't think there is. I can go here. Oh no. There's a social event going on. Well, let him come with me. Okay, well, never mind. I guess they're not. They're going to the nightclub at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, which is what PM means. And they're just gonna woohoo because why not? So, before we start doing anything, I'm eating these gummy worms. Okay, they are Albatese World's Best. That World's Best is not an exaggeration. These are the best gummy worms I've ever had in my entire life. They are so freaking good. There's 12 flavors, I believe. Yeah, cherry, strawberry, mango, pineapple, lemon, orange, green apple, watermelon, pink, grapefruit, lime, blue raspberry, and grape. Fat-free, gluten-free, low sodium, and they are delicious. And they're just so good. I haven't tried the gummy bears yet, but I imagine that they're just as good because they're pretty much the same thing. But in my opinion, gummy worms are better than gummy bears. That's just my humble opinion. I know they're literally the exact same thing. It's just a different mold. But the gummy worms taste better. So we are literally just here to woohoo. Excuse me. Woohoo. Oh. Well, that's awkward. Oh well. Why can't I woohoo with him? Let me do the woohoos. The adrenaline is very high. Oh, I had no idea there's water here. Am I stupid? Probably. No, I am. That's 100%. That's not even a probably. Oh, Jake is here. Ellis is here too. Look at Dad, just living his best afterlife. Yes. Where's Mom? No, this was his friend, Siji. Oh, it's so funny. Hell yeah, Dad. Living his best life. Oh, that's awkward. Did you see that? You just you try to go. You try to go find somewhere to cry, and you hear that. He's interested. He's walking. What a freaking creep! We're your niece? Oh, they're still going. Oh, there we go. Ask about being dead. I'm literally with you. It even sounded like she said Dad. Oh my gosh. I like when they're flirty, they dance differently. Like, you saw her while she's moving her hips more in like a sway motion than just like, yeah, like this. I like that happens. And like he was dancing a bit more like the same way, where his hips were a bit more like sway and like thrusty. I don't know if the other man is here, our landlord. Can you imagine if like our landlord finds out? I mean, he can't really get mad at us. He's having an affair with his wife, so it's like, are you really one to judge? You're not. Okay, so let's head on home. Oh, her little baby bump's showing. She's obviously going to attempt to hide it as much as possible, so we're going to change her outfit into something baggier, because obviously she's wearing very form-fitting clothing, so it's very obvious that she has a baby bump. So we're just going to put her in something baggy. I don't know what I'm going to put her in, because she doesn't really wear baggy clothing. The thing is like, even no matter what she's going to wear, the baby bump's going to pop through. She's so skinny. It's so obvious. Like, she needs to tell her sister. She needs to. I mean, literally just wear that. That's what I'd wear. That's what I wear on a daily, so it's very rarely do I wear something that's not that. was not sweats and t-shirt. It's pretty much what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing sweats and a shirt and a cardigan over it. It's obvious that she's pregnant, but because of the way that the clothes will mend to the body, but she's a little less obvious because she being so skinny, it's obvious when her tummy starts to bulge. But if she's wearing something that's super baggy, like a big turtleneck sweater, it'd be a little less obvious. But she is also realizing that she's gonna have to tell Blossom. She's scared. I mean, anyone would be in her situation. Okay, we're gonna do it. Because, like, at this point, she's been pregnant. She's in her second trimester. She's been at least 3 months. She's at least 4 months pregnant. Right? So, at this point, it's kind of obvious. She's obviously noticed that she's sick. She's also hormonal, but she's also a teenager. But she's like, it's obvious. And despite the fact that their relationship isn't, they're the type of people that, like, you still have a good relationship with them even if you don't constantly talk with them. You know, like, to have a good relationship with someone, some people, like, constantly have to talk to be able to. They just have a very natural connection. I don't know how, but they just do. That's just how, like, you know, it's like I'm really close to my dad, but I don't have, like, these huge conversations with him. But you know, he's still my dad and I still love him and stuff. So it's like, it's kind of like that. It was like, despite them just having a very camaraderie relationship. Okay, so she's like, so Blossom suspects she's pregnant. She's just kind of like been like, well, I can't say anything because then, you know, like, are you pregnant? Be like, are you calling me fat and stuff? So it's like she hasn't said anything. And you know, she's. And so, like, obviously, you know what? I feel like that might be a decent reaction. Like, how could you get to his underpants? And now, naturally, she's hurt by this because, like, oh, Casey feels wronged by Blossom, and being around Blossom will remind Casey of that pain. So, Blossom is upset, which is, I can kind of understand it because it's like, she's just kind of ignored her suspicions. She's like, no, I'm just imagining things. She's not, there's no way. Casey's a nice, sweet little innocent baby sister. There's absolutely no way she's having the sex. She's my baby sister, you know? So you never think about your siblings like that because it's just weird to do so. And so, like, she's, of course, not like, no, my little sister would never do something like that. And so, like, being faced with that reality that she's been... Why are you talking to yourself? With this, like, reality that she's been denying is hard. Like, she's like, well, shit. We got a baby on the way, and it's gonna be here any minute, you know? Like, it's gonna be here in no time, you know? And so she's, like... She's scared. Because she also feels like she's wronged her sister. Because, like, she's thinking about it, of course, you know? She's like... I'm not the best role model. I'm not. And she's like, maybe, and then like, she feels bad because, like, that's her baby sister, and her baby sister is having a baby while she's still a baby, and so she's feeling, like, guilty that, like, you know, that's happening. She feels like she wronged Casey and her mom and her dad, and that she's failed them, and she's not a good older sister, and she probably should never have gotten custody, and she probably should have let Jake take her because it would have just been better because, you know, despite the fact Jake only being a few years older, well, being actually a lot older, he's a lot more mature, he has his life better together than I do. I'm a freaking criminal, and, like, she's just having, like, an identity crisis, basically, where she's like, what did I do? You know, she feels guilty about it, and so she's angry about it because she doesn't know how else to control her emotions because she's an emotional wreck. And she also isn't, like, she's very insensitive. That's one of her traits, is she's insensitive. So she's not really, she's selfish in that sense, where she's like, not really thinking exactly how she must be feeling. She's more like, she does think about it, like, oh, like, I'm sure she's really worried about this, but then she's more concerned about how it's going to affect her, which is incredibly selfish, because there's more to it than what is going on with you, Blossom. It's not just about you. But Blossom is selfish. She is. And to say she's not would be a lie. So, this was not intentional, but we got our arch nemesis down here. We're gonna go fight her. And we don't care if we get our butt kicked. We're gonna go fight her because... Are you a vampire too? Why do you hate me? I don't know why you hate me, but I'll fuck you up. She's very stressed, and so this is how she relieves it. We're gonna lose again by getting into a fight, and I don't really care. I just want to get the thing done, that's pretty much it, and she's just pissed. I love how her vampire state... Oh, there we go. Or like her vampire state didn't change at all. Oh, what is her public image? Her public image is not good. I love it. Awful reputation. Everybody knows she's a bitch, basically. Egg rolls. Is she hungry? Not really. But yeah, she's very stressed and worried, and... Damn, son. You shake that ass. I want to look at him. What are you doing? Why? What? He's just showing me the booty. I've never seen anyone else have a walk. Like a townies. That's so cool. I love that. Did I hit heckle? I didn't mean to do that. We got sweet and sour pork. She's just trying to, build, all she's thinking about is herself, pretty much. She's like, how is this? We don't have room for this. And I have to deal with another kid, my kid, Casey's still, a kid herself. There's absolutely no way that she's going to be able to raise this kid. It's all going to be me. So, of course, selfishly, she's only thinking about herself and how it affects her. So we're going to go out with our baby daddy. I don't know where we're going to go, because there's not really anywhere to visit, but, near the park. I don't know. It seems nice. It's New Year's Eve. Blossom is kind of upset. She's very pissy right now because it's New Year's Eve, the day to party, but she has to work. And so she's a little upset. Despite the fact that, Blossom feels guilty, she usually pushes that guilt away and, ignores it and just, she only felt guilty for a little bit because she's a very selfish person. Obviously it's nothing. She just is. Obviously, Lavender and Ellis were both not selfish, and they try to teach their kids the same way, but, what can you do? There's not, some people are just born to be that way, and she just kind of evolved as a person, and as her own person, to be selfish, and it kind of sucks, but whatever. So this is Soda? Honestly not sure what his name is, but, he's very cute. He's very broad. He's a teenager. Okay, or he was. He might not be a teenager anymore. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's a young adult now. Can you please not be in this conversation? I really hate when people do that. They just, come into the conversation. It's you're not invited. I'm trying to have a date. Go away. I do not want to talk to you. I hate. Nobody in real life does that. No one goes up to random people and tries to have a conversation with them. Nobody does that. And she just went into labor. Holy crap, her bump just went huge. Soda is, of course, coming with us. And the fact that he's a young adult, this is actually really good. So we're going to say that she's probably about 16 now. And he's 18. Like, she just turned 16 because, you know, she was 15 when she got pregnant. And, no, I don't know, because young adult is technically 18. But he was very young and naive with her, though. So I feel like he's not that much older than her. We'll just say he graduated early. That's what it is. She's carrying the baby very, very low, which is really funny because she is having a boy. I don't know what happened to our man, but yay, we got a boy. His name is Harley. Okay. So, in all actuality, her boyfriend, so we'll say he's 17, but he graduated early. Let's say, like, when he found out that he got a girl pregnant, he, like, busted out his schoolwork so he'd graduate and get a job as soon as possible. So, he has a job. He's going to college. That's what we're saying. Okay? And he has his own place, and naturally he wants her and his son to move in. Bake a cake. Why are you baking a cake? No. The hell? I told you to take a nap. She's gonna take a quick nap, and then I think we're gonna have her go out to, like, the nightclub or something. But yeah, so Sato wants her to move in with him. So he can probably take care of them. So we'll do that later. I think we're actually going to end this part here because I've been recording for a while, so I'm not entirely sure how long this episode's going to be. I'm going to be ending this episode here. We had a baby boy. It doesn't really matter because obviously this isn't the generation, this is not the heir to the generation because the heir needs to have the heir, so her kids will be it, not the firstborn. So, Harley is unfortunately not going to be the thing. So, kind of what happens, not too worried about. But in the next installment of this Let's Play, we will have her move out with Sato. You know, she hasn't spoken to Blossom about it. She hasn't really seen Sato much in the last bit of her pregnancy. Really at all, actually. Except for, like, the very beginning. And that was mainly, because he was working so hard to graduate that he didn't really have time to really focus on anything else. So that's cool, I guess, for them. Also, his wife caught them cheating. The guy's wife caught them cheating, so that was cool. Like, listen, I do not give a single shit about your married life or the fact that your husband is not faithful with my sister. I have a newborn and I need you to shut the f up. She ended up not going out anyway. But anyway, so like I said, I'm going to end this episode here. Next episode, we'll move her out and see what the hell's going on with anything else. So, if you liked, please do like. Comment down below what you thought and what you'd like to see next. And subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys.